There was stippling, and more stippling, then some pure black, and more stippling, and yet more stippling. Then finally, the pen and ink drawing was finished. So now I'm adding the background for the water, murky water. Take away the bit I don't need, but that leaves a nice crisp line that I don't want. So I'm just painting back in the that gradient layer. Because even though in real life water is totally flat, this drawing is A5 size in real life, so it wasn't that accurate. Okay, yeah, now I've got to add colour to the void, or the murky cavern the little boy is in with his teddy bear, which I don't know if you noticed, the teddy bear's got, like, it's got an arm missing. I didn't really notice that at the time I drew it, but yeah, I think I'll incorporate that in some sort of backstory. Okay, just playing around with adding a glow from some indistinct light source from above. And now moving on to the luminescent eyes of the fishy. Going for a nice glow-in-the-dark green. Like overpaint that. Use the eraser to cut the excess out. Like playing with a blending mode, see which is going to work better for that murky water. Because I think, yeah, as it was bringing in too much of the stippling, the ink. So I'm just sort of trying to make the water more cloudy by adding this layer, making it darker, sort of adjusting it. Now playing with the luminescent eyes, see what effects that will have. See what the best blending mode is. Now just going to paint some reflections from the luminescent eyes. Sort of painting at 100% opacity on the layer, and then just, yeah, tweak it down. Tweak it down to suit. Okay. Back above the water, gonna add colour to the boy and the teddy bear. I should have masked these two out of the background colour. I've sort of, as it is, I've restricted myself to painting in colour blending mode over a dark background. I guess it works in the end. It's just I couldn't control the colours so well. But sometimes a limitation is good. So yeah, just getting the colour in. Bit of hair. Having a look, see what the score is. Getting highlights in the hair. Highlights on the face. This is going to be very strongly lit from above. So I'm trying to reflect that. Like trying to hint at sort of the bear having an aspect of furriness to it. Now just reinforcing the eyes. I want to have that sort of milkiness to the fish's eyes. Fake highlight from above. Bring that down to suit the composition. Yeah, just enhance this sort of glow a bit more, as if it's quite misty in there. Sort of going for that, you know, when they find the pirate ship in the Goonies movie, you know, that huge cavern that the ship is in. Sort of going for that, trying to go for that atmosphere. Okay, here I'm sort of doing it backwards how I'd usually do it, but I've added the intense highlight from above, and now I'm going to delete or add shadows. Delete the parts of the characters that won't receive the intense highlight from above. Again, doing it backwards is a bit harder to visualize, but yeah, it's all right. This whole thing was a sort of learning experience. Now I'm just adding some sort of mist on the localized mist on the top of the water. Make it feel, hopefully make it feel cold and clammy in there. Have a look at that. Yeah, just tuning the look of the water. I think it's too bright. Yeah, making more of a fade. But then I realised it looked okay here. I actually stopped at this point, but then I was like, maybe it'd look better if there was sort of a vague, distant light source from the very bottom of the very, very deep pool of water. So I've added a blue gradient in and just masking out the fish from this blue gradient. Because at this point I was like, yeah, it could do with some sort of rim lighting on the bottom of a fish just to accentuate the shape. Okay, bringing all the layers back, tidying up that mask. Yeah, just bringing the level down. Adding a new layer so I can add this. Again, as if there's like luminescent fish or life on the bottom of the sea floor, or maybe some glow-in-the-dark jellyfish or something. Nice bright highlight on the bottom of the eyes, just to make the surface of the eyes look quite slick and smooth. I'm just testing the level of it, adding more to the fins, spikes on the fins. Trying to work out here, is that how the light would fall up, be cast upwards? Okay, yeah, just bring that down, make it more subtle. And like here, I'm just adding a bit more highlight coming from above, just to balance it all out. Yeah, more prominent highlights on the top of the eyes. And now just adding a bit of colour to this bit of earth that the boy and the teddy bear are on. Because it looked a bit odd. It was the only thing that was monochrome in the whole composition. And there we go. Black and white. And the final coloured result. Thanks for watching. I will catch everyone in the next one. Bye.